Good afternoon, everyone. Is that I'm audible? Please check. Whether if it's not audible, please chat in the chat box. If I'm audible also, please chat in the chat box whether I'm audible or not. Anyone? Please confirm is that I'm audible? Yes. Yes, fine. Abhinav, please mute. Ashara, please mute. Yes. Let me start our third session. In this third session, some of the few concepts are going to be completed today. There is an in the file tab, in the home tab, I need to complete clipboard. And then we need to complete the font group, we need to complete the fill, we need to complete the alignment, and we need to complete the numbering group, and we need to complete the styles. Under the styles, we need to major concept, we need to complete the conditional formatting. Okay, this is the concepts we need to complete today. Yes, but I need to say that last class has given some of the practical assignments for you. Nobody has did. Only a few members who are Asha, Kriti, Yash, Syed, Aminuddin. Only 4 members has been done the assignment. Out of 49 students, only 4 students has been completed their assignments. So it's in worst condition. I'm requesting you to all to finish the assignments and as to be submitted within the evening. Okay, I'm just again repeating. Whoever not did the assignments, I'm requesting to do the assignments and submit within the end of the day. Okay. So out of 49 members, only a 4 student has been sent the assignment. So I think nobody is practicing, only coming and attending the classes and they are going. That's it. Only 2 hour classes, they are attending the online classes. They are closing. So they are not doing any practical things. So it's a very worst situation. So please, I'm requesting you all to practice. So what you are listening, the 2 hour class, it should be utilized something. Okay. So I'm requesting all you to practice on the daily basis only. If you practice only, you'll get some knowledge. If you didn't practice, there is a waste of time to attend a 2 hour classes. Okay. So I don't want to waste my time. So I'll go with the concepts. Last class, I just started with some of the important concepts. That is, and how to use the screen elements have completed, and the screen element I have completed the sheet tab. I have completed the file tab. Under the file tab, I have completed till export close. I used to explain from the options, so I'll just explain. Before that, I want to ask you that whoever got a confusing practicing, if they are practiced, if they didn't get the assignment, so they can chat me. If you got any doubts, I'll clarify first and go with the next concept. Whoever got a doubt in a previous class, they can ask it. If you don't have a doubts in a practical or whatever you want, if you didn't get anything, or you can chat with me in a chat box. Otherwise, I'll go with the next concept. I'll just give a 2 minutes of time. Whoever got doubts, you can add by the chat box. I'll just give a clarity and I'll go by the next one. And I got some of they got doubts that how to select the range and how to protect the range. I'll just repeat that 1 second and I'll go by the next concept. Before that, whoever got the doubts, you can ask by the chat box. Okay, I think no one got the doubts. So only the some Kruti got a doubt about how to protect a range. That I'll do first, and I'll go by the next concept and the options. Okay. Uh, Okay, first of all, my Excel, every cell will be locked. If I want to protect the particular range, I want to first unlock it. Okay, so how to unlock it? I'll just go by the selecting all or by using of Control A, and I'll click on right click on it, or I can use the Control F1, that is an format cell. You'll get a format cell. Click on a protection, unclick the first locker, click on OK. You need it. Defaultly, my Excel cells will be locked. I need to unlock it first. Click on OK. Then select the range which should be protected. Okay. Right click on it. Go with the format cell, or you can use Control F1. Click on a format cell. Click on locker. Click on OK. Still it is not locked. You need to protect the sheet. Right click on a sheet tab. Click on a protect sheet. Write a password 123, or maybe mixing of alpha and numeric. Click on OK. Re-enter the password. Click on OK. Okay. So now start writing. It won't accept. At the outside of what you have selected, it will be accepted your data. But if in a, what you have selected the range means which is you have protected in a particular range, there you can't be edited. Okay. This is in protecting a range. And ma'am, can I get to Office 365 education? I didn't get Mohammed. You just repeated, ma'am. Can I get Office 365 education? I didn't get. Repeat it again. What you want? Okay. Shall we start the other concept? That is an to go by the fill. So I'm starting a new concept. How to use and sheet options. It is an I'll go by the start file button under options. Under options you have a more in under the more you have a option. Click on the options. In a general, you can hide your sheet, you can unhide it, you can change your you can change your screen preview, what you can see that white and color, you can change it. How to change, I'll just show you. Can you repeat the protecting the range later, little confusion? Okay, I'll just clarify later towards at the end of the session. Protecting the range again, I'll explain you. Okay, don't worry. And Excel 2016 version. Yes, you can use the 2016 version. What I'm teaching is in 2016 version only. Don't worry, I'm using the version 2016 only. You can use it. So now I'm just going to explain how to preview, I mean how to change my view of your Excel file sheet. I just going with a file. I'm going with the more. Under the more, I'm going with the options. Under the option, can you see your general? Under the general, you can change your preview. Can you see here? When creating a new workbook. So once you have get a new workbook, which are the things you want to get? Okay. So for example, I have told you previous two classes before only that whatever you open your new worksheet after 2010 version, you get only one sheet. So in case of if I want a more sheets, you can change in this configuration. So in the include this many sheets, just add how many sheets. Once you have logged in into your new Excel workbook, you need to get how many sheets. Once I have logged into the new workbook, I should get a 15 sheet, 5 sheets. Okay, you can increase it till 255 sheets. I can be added. So you can just add, and once I have entered into the Excel, the style, what the font style should be. Once I have entered into the Excel, the font style should be Algerian. It's my favorite style. I'll just add by the Algerian. And also the font size should be a 18. Okay. So whatever the changes you want, you just make it and click on OK. And it's asking, please close the or reset Microsoft Excel once again on the calculator. Okay, just give a OK, close it, don't save. Again, you open the new workbook or worksheet. Once you have logged into it, can you see how many sheets there? Total 5 numbers of sheets, and it has been changed into the Algerian style and font 18 font. Okay, you can change your setting, or you can change your font style, you can change your screen appearance or worksheet appearance according to your wish. So how I can change? I can go by the file, you can go by the more, you can go by the options. In options, when creating a new workbook, you can change whatever you want. And I want to add a 3 sheets, or I want to add a 10 sheets. So whatever sheets you want, you can defaultly set in this Excel. Okay. So then you have a background color. You can change a background color. In case of if you don't want a background color, I'll change an office theme. That what you can see, that is in color at the back side. That is in green and a colorful. You can change by it by the dark gray. So can you see the screen appearance will be changed here. So you can change this by file, more. Another options you can change by the office thing, you can change according to your screen. Okay. If you want a white and black, you can change by the white and black. Let's see in a title bar, you can't find a green color. Okay. So if you want to change it, again you need to go by the more. Under the options, you can change what appearance you want, you can change it. Okay. These are the concepts you can change your screen appearance. And next, we have our next under the next. Under the file in a mode, you can change other concepts like in language you can change, profile you can change, and advanced concept we can change the sheet tab other thing. But this I'll teach you in a advanced Excel. Okay, don't worry over here. We'll go by the next. Under the home tab, we have a paste special, and font we have Algerian, alignment we have, number we have, styles we have. So the concepts we have to complete today. Before that, I want to do the paste specials. If I want to do the format painter, I should have some data. So if I want to write the data, I used to write between, or instead of writing all this, you can use other concept tool, that is an forms you can use. Can you see here? You have a forms. Before that, I will add a heading. For example, I want an employee list. Okay, employee salary list I want. If I want an employee salary list, I'll have a serial number or employee ID I'll write. Okay, for example, employee ID number, and I'll just add a name of the employee. I'll just add by the name. What you can see that Algerian, I have changed my settings. You can change it by setting afterwards. I'll just show you again one more time if you want. And I'll just add this salary. It is an gross salary or no, net salary. Okay. So, but if I want to start writing, I need to write the sums to employee name. I need to again click on a tab again. I need to write a salary. Instead of this, I'll just use a forms. Okay, later towards I'll just show you how to insert a forms. Here in a status bar, in a quick access toolbar, I've added a form. Click on a form. Once you have selected the form, it will accept the above range which have given your criteria. Click on OK. You can see employee ID number, name, salary. Now I'll start the employee ID number. This is 001. I'll add a name, that is an Divya. I'll add a salary some 15,000. Okay. Once I click on a new, this what I have arranged the data in a command box that will be assigned in your sheet. Okay. So just I'll show you one more. That next employee will be 002 ID number, and the name will be Anuradha. I'll just add her salary, that is 12,000. I'll click on a new. Once I have clicked on a new, it will be filled out one by one. You can use this form box or form tool to insert your data. How to use this? I'll just show you by one more time. I'll add a one more concept, that is a name of the student. I'll just remove this first form. How to remove? You can go by the quick access toolbar, more command, select the form, remove it, and click on OK. So now before I'm going to add my form, I'll just add my data. So I'll just write the data, that is an student ID number. Then I'll add a name of the student and marks of the student and percentage. Okay. So if I want to add the into the form, select the data, go into quick access toolbar. Under the quick access toolbar, you can find a more commands. Click on a more commands. Under the quick access toolbar, in a choose command form, select the choose command form. Under you select the all commands. Click on all commands. You just wait for a few seconds. Once you have selected the all commands, once you have selected the all commands, you can find all commands over here. It is an advanced concept. We'll do in advanced concept, but forms I'll teach you over here only. So here you can see bubble, some kind of calculator, cancel the reference, some of the other concepts we have. I want to select the form. Instead of scrolling down, I'll use the F series. Under the F series, you can find the forms. Just scroll down under the F series. You can find your form. Select the form. Click on add. Click on OK. Now you'll get a form over on a quick access toolbar. Okay. Cursor at the down. Click on a form. Click on OK. You'll get a series. Fill the data in a particular blocks. Okay. Serial number of a student. For example, you are an BCom student. First BCom. BCom. Some 001 is an ID. Name of the student Anu. Marks is an 450. Will we take a percentage? There is a out of 60, 450 means some 67% or something. Okay, I can find a percentage. Click on a so automatically data will be filled. Okay, so one more student I'll add. First BCom 002. Name is Manu. I'll just add marks. For example, 600. You can write a percentage. It is an 84, 85 percentage or 600, right? Total of 100 percentage. So click on me. You can insert many students name using of this blocks. This is called as a form. Okay, you can use this form to write an easy of the every student or employee names by using of block. Instead of typing in an individual sheet, you can use this kind of forms to write the student data or employee data and login time, log out time. You can use this data to fill it. Okay, so I'll just close this form. Just repeat at the end if you want one more time. I just started to add the names. I just select. I'll use a fill holder. I'll drag and drop. I got some of the 13 students name. I'll just add a name of the student. Ganga, um, Kavita, some Yashas. Okay, some I'll just add another name like an Divya. Have created custom list of Divya, so I'll select and I'll drag and drop, and I'll give a pass marks 500, some 600. Okay, so some of I'll add a percentage 52%. Some of the percentage I'll add. Just a 2 second. I'll add all the percentage. Okay, enough. So I'll go with the name. I'll add some of the other marks. 520, 450, 330. Sorry. 120, 250, 250. I'll add some other marks. 300. Okay, fine. So let me go with the using of how to use the. Now I'll just explain you how to change a formatting of this data. So what is formatting? First of all, formatting is nothing but you're going to be highlighting your data by using of styles, uh, font size, and by using of bold, italic, underline, and you'll be using with borders and changing of font color and changing of background. So this all the things will call as in formatting. Formatting is nothing but you're going to be highlight your data using of your fonts. Okay, how to change this? I just go by the first of all, I'll select the heading. I'll change this heading by the font color, that is in red. Either you can choose a other font color. Instead of, if you didn't like this color, you can go by the more color. Under the more color, you'll be having a two kinds. One is on standard, one is on custom. You can change your, you can select your color by the light or dark, whichever color you want. You can use it. You can see your preview. Then you can change the color according to your wish. And you can go by the standard. You can select the whichever color you want. Click on OK. I want this dark blue. Click on OK. Automatically font color will be changed. Okay. Then let me go with the how to add the names. Okay, I'll just select the student register number. I'll go by changing of student register number by the using of other font color, and I'll give a shader that we know we'll use as a marker to highlight some text. As it is, we can highlight the sum of the data by using of this fill. So this is a theme color. You can change it. For example, I want a lightish color. I can change the background. So I'll just choose this marks list and the name of the student. I'll just highlight by some of the color by the orange. That is, and I have changed the font color, and I'll change the filling color is then by the yes, by the black. Yes. Now I have just changed the font color. In case if I want to change the and font style, you can go by the increasing of font size. You can increase it, or you can go by the decreasing of font size. You can decrease it, or you can use Control Shift increasing hierarchy or decreasing hierarchy. Sorry. Yes, you can select it. You can click on increasing, or you can click on a font decreasing, or you can highlight by the bold, you can highlight by the italic, you can highlight by the underline. In underline, we have a two kinds. That is an single underline and double underline. You can select any one of it. Syed, please mute yourself. Yes, thank you. You can underline, you can use a double underline or you can use a single underline. Okay, so can you see that preview? I'll just highlight this. You can see over here, and right now I have a double underline. If I click on only single underline, I can find a single underline. These are the formatting. You can format your data. In case of if I want to change my font color, you can font size, you can change your font size. 72 is the last font size. In case of if you want largest font size than 72, you can increase it even though more. Or in case of you can see here, I have a font size that is an 11, 12, 13. I didn't find the 13. I got a 14. I didn't find a 16. So 15. I got a 16. 17 is not there. 18 is there. If you want to change in between of this, you want a 15 font size. I want a 17 font size. You can change the font size that by using of you can replace over in a font size block, select which font size you want. I want a 15 font size point. How many point you want? That is an 15.5 I want. I can change by typing directly over the font size. Okay. Next we have a one more, that is an border. You can apply the for your data, you can apply the border. You can see over here we have a border. Under the border we have a different kinds, that is an only the bottom level, only the and top level, only we have at the left or right. In case if you want all border, you can select the all border. You can find over here in between of it has been highlighted by the black underline. Okay, it is an every cell has been highlighted by the all border. Okay, so why I'm doing this, if I want to use a paste specials, I first of all I need to format my data. Without formatting I can't do with the paste specials. So I'll just show you one more time. This have inserted the student name, have inserted their marks and have inserted their percentage, and now have just wanted to copy this data, have formatted all using of font color, have just used it with filling of highlighter, have used the border, have used the bold italic underline, and have used the some of the increasing of font, have changed the style, that is an Algerian. In case of you didn't like the Algerian, you have a multiple styles of font, you can select it. And defaultly in all the office bases we'll use Caliber and Times New Roman font. Okay, which are the styles? As in Caliber and Times New Roman. We'll use a much. Okay, so now my data is formatted. So if I want to paste, I'll select my data. I'll use a copy. That is, I'm going to copy my data. If I want to paste here, I'll come over here. I'll paste the data. But if I click on a paste, normally whatever I have created the data, I'll get a paste. But I don't want this pasting. I want which should be a different. I want to paste without this formatting. See, I have changed. I'm a new employee for my company, so have enthusiastic with the working now. So what I'll do for the better of my process, I'll highlight my data by differently by highlighting all the data, all the fonts, all the styles. Okay, but if I given this data to manage my manager, my higher authority, he won't agree with this data. So they'll ask, bring this data by the plain text. Okay, what I will do, I can't write again this all the data one more time. What I will do, I'll use a paste special. In a paste, you can view a small drop down button, click on it. Okay, you can view the different kind of paste specials. Okay, this all called as a paste special. So I'll just explain by the one by one. Paste, it's a normal paste. Okay, so what we have did in normal paste, control P, the same thing will be done, but this is a formula. So what you have brought that copy that you're going to paste by the using of formula paste, that it will remove your formatting what we have highlighted. You can see that I have highlighted the font color, I have highlighted the background, has done a border. But if I went with the paste like in formula, it will paste without a formatting. You can use it. And I just click on OK without formatting this is, and I'll just scroll down. I'll cursor over here. A paste special, one more we have with formula. But see here, formula which will be what I have given by the percentage which has been removed. It is an without formula. Okay. Just I'll cursor it down. We'll go to the paste special with the formula. Can you see here? What I have given a percentage is an remain it same, but I don't have a formatting. I don't have a border. You can just view it. I have a what I have? I have a percentage with the only the formula pasting you can see over here. I don't have a formula, means I don't have a percentage anything over here. If I paste by the formatting with value, I can find a percentage. Okay, these are the different kind of paste specials we have. And paste which is a normally which is an extending, paste with formatting without border. Can you see that which have a border? I don't have a border. Here you can see have a border in this data, but in this I don't have a border that you can paste by without border. Okay, one more we have, that is an paste like an keep as source, means what I have brought it same as it is, you paste it, don't change anything. Then one more kind we have paste special, and one more we have is an transpose. It's nothing but what you have data, that is an vertical to horizontal. The paste special in a transpose, it will convert your data by vertical to horizontal. You can see that what I have pasted the previous, it is in without border, even though it is an it will be pasted by the vertical order to horizontal order, it will be pasted. How? I'll just show you. Paste, uh, paste, paste special, under that you have a transpose. Click on a transpose. That is an, I can just minimize the screen. You can see is an vertical pasting, that is a normal pasting. Here have paste special, that is an transpose which will be pasted by the vertical to horizontal. Okay, so just increase my font screen size. Okay, next let me go with the paste special. One more paste specials, we have a value. Value which is in pastes normally as in without formula. Keep source formatting, means it will be pasted normally, and is then without value and source, same previous only. But we have a next one, formatting. So here in this paste special we have a formatting. This formatting, it won't give our data, it will paste only the formatting which you have selected in the previous. See, if I started to type anything, that is an name of the student, other thing, which have given a formatting in the beginning, means have formatted this data by the font color as in blue, style is an Algerian, and underline, same as it is you'll get by the formatting. Means this is an without data, only with formatting. Okay, this is an one more kind of special. Okay, it has been removed. Once again, I'll copy the again. You can see that paste is then hidden means your data is not copied. Select the data, select the copy, come down towards paste the data as by paste as a link, okay, which you copy from the Google or which you copy from the other any explorer. What you'll copy the link, if you want to paste that, you can go by this paste. And one more we have paste as an image. What you'll paste this image, you can take this wherever you want. It like an printed like an image, but in this you can't be edit anything. You can just take wherever you want. Okay, but in other form of pasting you can edit whatever you want, but in this paste has an image, you can't be edited. Okay, this is one more kind of paste specials we have. Okay, just select the other concept, copy, paste here only, paste as an image. Next, paste the image like a link. Okay, so link you need to paste like a picture, you can paste it. Okay, these are the paste specials we have. Okay, so just repeat one by one. I just copied the data which have formatted is nothing but you're going to be highlight, you're going to be change your font, you'll go by the changing of your font color, other things. Okay, you have highlighted. Now if you want to do the paste special, go with the paste special, that is a drop down button you can find down towards of paste. Okay, click on a drop down, that drop down button, you'll find a different kind of paste. Just I'll go by the one by one. Paste Normally you can preview at the right towards, it's exactly what I have created a data, and you can see that right towards what the paste special will going to be do. Okay, so this is an paste, a normal paste, and paste without formula. Next you can see that in a percentage 0.67 is there. Here you can find here 67 percentage is there. There I can find a 0.67%, 0.67 means without formula you're going to be pasted. Okay, next, paste with formula. You can see an exact format, exact the data copy, data is copying but without formatting. Next, copy as in keep source as in formatting. Next, without border, you can find that the left, like left towards you can find a border, but in the right towards you didn't find the border. This is a paste without border, you can see no border. Then we have a paste as a normal keep source, and paste the transports by vertical to horizontal. You're going to be paste whatever I have in a column, it will be shifted into the row wise. Okay, this is then one more kind, that is an transpose will call, and this transpose will be used much in office based work. You can just remember this, it is a transpose. Okay, then you have a value the same as is keep source or without formula, and with formatting same as it is you print it. Next, paste without format, with formatting without data means you're going to be paste the formatting, you won't find any any data, you can re-edit it. Okay, next we have a paste as a link, paste the link, and you have a paste like a picture you're going to be paste, and you're going to be paste your link in a picture. Okay, these are the paste specials we have. Yeah, fine. So I hope you have understood the pay specials. Is there any doubts in the pay specials? And I'll just add a shortcut key. You just make a note. First, bold, a shortcut key for bold. So Control plus B. If you want to use a italic, it is then Control plus I. If you want to use a underline, you need to use a control plus u. You can use this formula, and if you want to use a paste as an control plus p, paste, right, control v. So then you have a one more, that is an paste special. Okay, space special shortcut key, control plus alt plus e plus s plus v. Is a very length. If you want to paste like a value, you can use a v, or if you want to use a transpose, you need to click on t. I'll just show you one more time in the screen. You can make a note of it. I'm just requesting you to make a note, either take a screenshot at the end. Just I want to write one more two comments. Cut shortcut key, control plus x. If you want to copy your data, you can use copy. If you want to copy your data, control plus c. Okay, just take a screenshot of it. Control b is for bold, italic, control I. If you want to underline, you can use a control u. Paste, you can use a control b. Paste special, if you want, but you can use a control plus alt plus esv. And cut, you can use a control x. And if you want to copy, you can use a, if you want a copy, you can use a shortcut key, control c. Take a screenshot of it. I hope you have taken or you have noted. I'll go by the next one. So paste special, I'll just copy the data. How to use a paste special using of shortcut key. I'll just go into the next sheet, that is on blank sheet. I'll just paste this data without formatting. I just, if I want to paste without formatting, you can go by the Control plus Alt plus ESV. You need to click on continuously. You should not leave your Control Alt key. You can find your paste specials. Okay. In this paste special, if you want to paste like and without as an formatting, you can click on without formula. With formatting, if you want to paste like and transpose, you can select the transpose, click on OK. Without formatting, with transpose, you can find it. I just use it the both the thing, you can see. I'll just use again paste special. Control plus Alt plus ESV is in shortcut key. Control plus Alt plus ESV is in shortcut key. You just see I selected the without formula. And I can paste as a form transpose. Click on OK. You can find it. Okay. So this are the other paste you can use. Or if you didn't go the shortcut key, you can click on a down towards of paste. You can find over here. If you want the dialog box, you can go by at the down towards. You have a paste picture. Click on it. You can see Control plus Alt plus V. If you use, you can find the paste special. Click on it. You can find the same paste special and dialog box. Okay. Let's just close this. Next, we have a format painter. Okay. So you know the cut and copy. I'll just explain a difference. You may have know that or you may not know that. Just explain by one of the time and I'll just go by the next concept. Cut, it will remove from that. If you use the cut, once you have selected the text, if you use the cut, it will remove from that place and you can paste wherever you want. You can see name you can find in a there is a B23. So copy, it will replace over there and you can paste in a somewhere where you want. I'll just copy it. I'll paste. You can see that it was there and also you can paste it somewhere where you want. So means cut, it will remove from there and you can paste wherever you want. Copy, it will be remain and same. It won't be removed from that. So you can paste wherever you want. This is a cut and copy. I'll just remove again a cut. I'll paste over here. Control V is in shortcut key or you can use a shortcut key. And one more shortcut key you can go with. So if you are not having a mouse, in case of if I want to go by my tabs, click on Alt key. Automatically, my every tab will be highlighted by the some of the letters. So if I want to go by the home tab, click on a H. Once you have selected the H, under the H, some of the sub commands will be highlighted. Now I want to go by the bold. If I want to select the bold, what is the number? 1 is number. You just click on a 1. Now it will be bold. So it is already highlighted by the bold. It has been removed. Just I'll explain one more time. So without mouse, if you want to select your tabs and commands, you need to click on Alt key. Once you have selected the Alt key, so you can find every tabs is highlighted by the every one letter. In case of if I want to go by the page debit, click on a P. Under the page debit, you want to go by the print preview. What is a print preview shortcut key? R. Click on R. So under the print preview, you want to clear the print or you want to set a print. It's asking if you want to set a print, click on S. Like this, you can be use it. The data is not selected, so it's an error message. Don't worry. Okay. This is the tabs you can use without the mouse. Okay. Then let me go with the one more. Under the home tab, we have a paste special. Sorry, and next we have a format as painter. Okay, what is format as painter? See, student name I have highlighted by the different. Okay, so highlighted by the bold, italic, underline, and have given the Algerian font. I've given a 15 font size. The same formatting has to be copied for student names also. What is it? Anu, Manu, Gagana. For their name, I want to change the same font. So I can't be select again, I can't be changed with the bold italic. It will take us some of that time. Instead of that, you can select the particular word which has been already formatted. Okay. Then click on a format painter once. Okay. Select the data which you want to be formatted. Okay. See. So once I have selected that particular word, which will be automatically formatted. Okay. This I'll show you one more time. Select the word which is an already formatted. Okay. Select the format painter once and click which data which has to be formatted. Okay, this is a format painter. Otherwise you can use only one time. You can use if you want a multiple times, select the word which is unformatted, double tap on it. Okay, which is on the format painter, you have to double tap on it and select the data multiple times. You can use, or you can use at a time by using this is a selection bar button. Okay, this is one more format painter you can use. Instead of I don't want this, I want this style should be copied for my marks. Select the letter, or you can select the one word, or you can select the cell. Double click on a format painter and change whatever data you want to be changed. Okay, multiple times you can use by using of double tap. One tap, so only one time you can be changed. Double times you can use multiple times. See, it's not unformatted. See, I selected and they formatting. Okay, just come out. So how it's formatting you can see. See, once I have clicked with the format painter, you can find the brush icon in your cursor. Okay, so you can find a brush icon in your cursor. Click on the data which you want to be formatted. Okay, this is a format painter. Okay, I hope you have understood. Next, let me go with the one more concept, that is an font. So we have seen the style. I just explained that defaultly will be having a caliber, and 11 is an font size will be having. If you want to change, you can change over here. And we have a bold, italic, underline. We have a border. You can change your borders, and you have a draw a border. Other things we'll see later towards. And we have a font color. We have a highlighter, and we have a font increasing and decreasing. We have, you can use it. Instead of this, we can use another formatting that we have an under the dialog box. We have other concept like an strike, superscript, subscript. You can find only in a dialog box. This what you can see under the group at the edge of right word. You can find in every group you can find a small drop down icon that is called as an dialog box launcher. Okay, click on that dialog box launcher and find the other extra commands which is not, we cannot be seen. You can see here, you can't be see the subscript, superscript and strike. So which are the other sub commands can be viewed in dialog box. Okay, so I'll just come into the new sheet. I'll add a sum. You know what is the formula of water, that is an H2O. Okay, H2O. Okay, where the 2 should be there, 2 should be at the down towards. If you want to assign this to down towards, you can go by the dialog box. Under the dialog box, you can find a subscript and the superscript. Select the superscript. Superscript will be the above, subscript will be the below. Okay, I want this to below the text. I'll just use a subscript. I'll click on a OK. See, the 2 is an arranged at the down towards. So what is the formula of AB square? That is an A square plus b square equals to a this is a formula. So I want this 2 should be above. Okay, so what is that called? That is a superscript. If you want to assign a superscript, go with the and dialog box of the font. You can find the and superscript at the effects. Select the superscript, click on OK. That's it. You'll find above the text. Okay, from text above you can find the 2. Okay, that is an subscript and the superscript. The below the text is called as in, the below the text is called as a subscript. The above the text is called as a superscript. Okay, that you can find in a dialog box. Not you can't be viewed at the main menu bar. Okay, there is a, you can't find in a normal command box. You need to go by the dialog box only. You can find it. In case of if you want to strike and any data, you can select it. You can click on OK. The particular words or letter will be strike. Okay, if you want to remove, you need to go back by the dialog box, click on a strike, click on OK, it will be removed. Okay, so let me come other next concept. Under the dialog box, same thing we have. There is a changing of font style, font size, and we have a underline. Only the 2 types of underline: single underline and double underline. And we have a colors, font color. We have seen this. Okay, click on OK. So this is your font group. We have completed clipboard. We have completed a font. Next, we have a alignment. Okay, I'll go by the previous one. It is then student marks list. Okay, so you can see that I have written student ID number, but I can't view the number anymore. That if you want to be view that, you need to double tap on between of AB column. Okay, cursor at the AB column, you can find this cursor. Double tap on it. You can move your text by the next cell. Okay, then one more method. So we have to be use the alignment. Under the alignment, we have a center alignment, we have a left alignment, we have a right alignment. So you can use this alignments to move your data in between of the cell. Okay, I'll increase the cell width and cell height. So if you want to increase the cell width and height, you can just uh, cursor at the between of a column or a extend and which pixel you want. Okay, I just extend the pixel by 40 to 50 pixels or 80 pixels. Yes. Now my text at the down towards I want at the left towards at the center. Okay. So you can change your data wherever you want. I want my data should be at the center and center towards. If you want at the right towards, you can assign the down towards, or if you want at the center towards, you can assign the center towards, or if you want a left towards, you can assign a left towards. In a cell, in a
Hello.
whatever margins you want, you can change it. Okay, either left, either right, wherever you want, you can move your text. Okay, this is an alignment. And one more, you have orientation. Okay, this orientation, the two types of orientation you have in a Excel. One type of orientation that you have in a file tab under the page setup. Okay, page orientation one is there, and one more orientation is there. It is called as a text orientation. Okay, page orientation, either you will be having a landscape, either you'll be having a portrait. Text orientation, you can twist or you can turn your letters in how many degrees you want. So I want to turn this by the clockwise. So it has been hidden. I will just drag this cell. Okay, I want move this into the text. There is an vertical format. I want in rotate in a other format. So whatever format you want, you can select it. In case of if you want to format, you want to turn according to your wish, you can go by the format cell alignment and change this clockwise turning. Okay, so I want in a how many degrees? I want in a 15 degrees. Select into the 15 degrees, click on OK. Okay, which will be changed in a 15 degrees. Select the word and change the same as it is. How many degrees you want? I want in a 15 degrees. You can set it according to your data. Okay, everything it should be a copied same. Okay, these are the orientation you can change. There is an orientation. Okay, format cell. If you want to change all the thing in the same, select it, click on OK, which will be changed same as it is. Select the test, go with a normal, change it to a normal 0 degree, click on OK. Okay, which will be changed as a normal. Okay, next. Next we have an text aligner. Under the text aligner, you can align the text at the right towards, you can align the text at the left towards. Okay, this is an aligner. Then we have a back text. For example, here in my cell have typed student ID number. I'll just type a full name as a number. Just wait a few seconds. Okay, but what I have defined the number, it's not occupying the in same cell. So I want to fit this data in a particular cell only. So you can use this wrap text. Okay, so just I'll select the particular cell. I click on a wrap text. Uh, Click on OK. So just a second. Select the cell. Click on wrap text. Just add some other data. Um, wrap text. See, sorry, wrap text. Not see in a particular cell which will be fitted. Okay, I'll just show you another method. I want to write the full name. Okay, I want to write the student name over here. It's then Divya Srinivas. Okay, and Lalita. So, but this data is extending into the next cell, which should not be extended in the next cell, which should be fitted in the same cell. You can use this wrap text. Click on a wrap text. You can find that in the same particular cell it will be filling. Okay, this is called as a wrap text. Okay, so if you don't want, you can click on again back, so which will be removed. Okay, so if you want to fit in the same cell, you can use a wrap text. Click on a wrap text, it will be fitted. If you don't want, you can again click back of it, it will be changed. Okay, next we have a margin center. Okay, I just had a heading for this. Imagine this is student marks list. I'll add a heading. Okay, where the student marks list should be there. Student marks should be list there, should be have highlighted like an it's a heading. So it's not looking like an heading. So if you want to assign this as an header, okay. So I'll just highlight this first. I'll go by the home tab. I'll increase the font size and I'll just wanted to fit this in as an header. Okay. So I'll just select the data still where the heading should be there. I click on a margin center. Once I have selected the margin center, you can find this. This is then assigned as a header. Okay. So in case of you don't want margin center, if you want to merge across, you can use a merge across. If you don't want, you can click on unmerge. Okay. If you want to merge in across, you can select the merge across or merge in center, or you can use an merge as in cell. You can merge a particular cell, or if you don't want, you can click on the unmerge. This is one more method you can use. Okay. Unmerge means it will be removed. You can see individual cells you can find. If you want to merge this as an header, you can select an merge in center. Okay. This is an one more thing we have. That is an merge center. So we have completed paste. We have completed a cut, copy, format, painter. We have completed the font. We have completed the alignment. Next we used to go further and number. Okay. So in from number, so present you can see that my data has been converted to a percentage. It's in percentage column only which has been changed in percentage. But other text is not has been converted to a percentage. So by the one click, I need to change this by the percentage. Select the data which you want to convert it. You can see over your percentage type. Click on it. Once you have selected it, it will be converted in a percentage. You can see the multiple decimal has been assigned. You can remove the decimals. Okay, which will be changed after to it. Okay, you can change this percentage using of this percentage column. Instead of that, I'll assign a some dollar in this particular cell. See, for example, I brought some income as by the dollar, some $560 I got it. But instead of this dollar, I need to change this dollar by the rupees. If you want to change this by dollar by the rupees, you can go by the in a number you can find a drop down button in a general. Click on the drop down, select the as in currency, click on currency. You get a dialog box, you just need to wait. Okay, I'll just select the dialog box. From the currency you can see dollar is there. I don't want a dollar, I want to change the currency rupee symbol. You can change the rupee symbol by using of here. I can see them our rupee symbol. Select the rupee symbol. Click on OK. Okay. Once you have click on OK, it will be changed in the rupees. Just a second. You can see here. So it will be changed as in rupees. So I'll alter the some other dollar 67 half. Instead of this dollar, I want to change this dollar so into rupees. How I can change? I can go by the dialog box of number. Okay, I can use the currency. Under the currency in a symbols you can change your currency, and all the country currency you can find over here. Okay, if you want Indian rupees, you just scroll down At the down towards, you can find a Indian rupees. Yes, select any one of the Indian rupees. Click on OK. Okay, which will be changed to the Indian rupees. Okay. Next, you have a number. You can change this percentage into the number. You can see, if I given the percentage symbol, automatically the cell will be converted into the percentage. But you can see defaultly in all the cell, which will be C as in generally. Okay. So in case of this not in general, if you want to convert into the text, select it. You can go by the drop down on a general. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's recording. Yes, it's recording. Okay. I just go by the dialog box of drop down of this. I just convert into the text. I don't want this into the number. I can convert into the text. Or I don't want this in a general. This text percentage should not be in a text. General, I should be converting a text. You can select and you can click on a general. Okay. Then next we have a one more concept, that is an in number we have other currency we have changed it. If you want to change it the accounting format, you can change your accounting format. Once I selected the value in accounting format, it will be converted into the an accounting form, that is in dollar, and you can find it. Okay. Then we have a one more, that is an the short text and the long text. Shortcut key for inserting the date. Can anyone just chat by the chat box? What is a shortcut key for inserting of date? What is a shortcut key for inserting of date? Very good. Very good, Kruti. Yes, I got the proper answer. Control colon is inserting a date. Okay, so for time, control plus shift plus colon. What I have written the date, I should not be having like this. I want a lengthy date. For example, I should have a like in February, it's an 8, it's a 2021, or I want a time with the date. So if you want to insert a long text or short text, you can go by the long text. You can change over. You can see it's on Monday, February 8, 2021. Either you can go by it, either you can go by the dialog box, and you can choose the date according to your wish. So you just scroll down. So you can find it's on March 12th, or you can find it's on Monday, or you can find like it's on 1:30 p.m., or you can insert it like this. Okay. Next, we have a one more. We have a one more, it is in time also same thing, you can be changed. You can use by the long time or short time, you can be used. The text can be changed. You can change by the a percentage, you can change by the fraction. If you want to convert in the statistics, how many decimals you want under the statistic, you can add the decimals, and text can be inserted, and special zip code can be inserted. Or in case of, you can see that in a date format, have inserted the date. Date is formatted like in first as a month, second has a date, then year. So it's then how my settings in my default, how my computer settings has been changed. So the same thing has been copied to over in your Excel. Okay. So I don't want this formatting. I want the same thing. I want a month, date. So I want a date, month, year only I want. You can change that formatting by using a custom format. How to use the custom format? You have to go by the dialog box of number, click on a dialog box of number. From that you have a custom, and just scroll down, you can find a different kind of month. So your date, month, year, you have a date and month, and you have a month and year. You can change it. I want a date first, I want a month second, I want a year third. So same as it is, you can change. If I started inserting a date, so you can see that is an 8 February 2021. So this is it. You can change your data by according to your uh, that is using of custom format. Can you say anyone what is in shortcut key to insert, sorry, formula to insert the both the date and time by chatting box? Can anyone say that shortcut key for uh, shortcut key for inserting both the time and date? Very good. I got the answer. That is an equals to no section wrong. You can use a equals to now open the bracket, close the bracket. This is an other shortcut key you can use. That is an if you want a date and time, formula you can use control colon you can use equals to now open the bracket, close the bracket. You can be inserted. Okay. I'll just take a 2 minutes of time. I'll just take a 2 minutes of break. Excuse me. I'll just take a 2 minutes of break. You just wait for 2 seconds. Sorry for the break. Let me continue it. We have completed clipboard, font, alignment, number. Next, let me go with the condition formatting. Okay. From the condition formatting, the name itself it's saying conditional formatting. But pay special what we have did, we have formatted the data and we used to paste like a without formatting, without border, without formula, like that we have used to paste. But this is conditional formatting. I'm going to be assign the data on the my, I am going to be formatting my data using of condition. So for this, I'll add us some data. Ma'am, we will practice now. Give us some activity. Yes, I'll finish off this condition formatting. Then I'll give a practicals. Okay, don't worry. You don't have a laptops for that concern. I'm using 2 hours of classes. I'm not giving right now practical. If you all have a laptop, I'll just give a practical for 1 hour, practical for theory for 1 hour. So by the case of you people don't have a laptop, some of the few members only have it. So for that, I'm teaching 2 hour classes. Under that, I'll teach you of between and some of the practical. Yes, no, ma'am, we don't have. Also for that only, I'm just explaining by the 2 hour classes. So let me continue the condition formatting. In a condition formatting, we have a highlight cell rules, we have a tab top to bottom rules, and we have a data bar, and we have a color scale, and we have a icons. These all the things we need to complete today, and we need to go with the next concept. So I'll just end with the condition formatting only. I'll just give you some of the practical assignment. First, I'll show you how to do it, and we'll end this session. Okay. So we'll start by the condition formatting. If I want to do the condition formatting, I must have some data. So I'll have a student marks list. According to that, I'll just use the condition formatting. Okay. Give me your 2 minutes. Just I'll add a student's marks list. Okay, here the have entered the student marks list for the condition formatting. I'm going to be add a student marks list. These are the students names. There's a subject, total 6 subject I have taken. For the student marks, I have used the rand between. For the practical purpose only, you need to use this rand between. For not a real time of work, I'm just again repeating. I have inserted the student marks list between a 20 to 100. Click on enter. Select the student marks list and drag to till what subject you have and drag to till students how much you have. Okay, so now I have inserted the sum of the student marks. So first of all, I'll just go by the condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, they have a greater than, lesser than, between, equals. Let me have a condition. The students who were got a lesser than 35. Okay, the students who are got a lesser than 35, their marks color should be red. It's my condition, you can change here, right? So student who were got an 35 greater than, till from 35 to till 70, their marks should be an yellow, that is an average. Then whoever got more than 70 percentage, sorry, whoever got more than 70 percentage, it should be displayed by the green color. Okay, this is my condition. Okay, on this condition I've given a some formatting. That formatting should be a red, yellow, green. Okay, so let me select my marks. Okay, go with the condition formatting. From the condition formatting, you have a cell highlight. Select the cell height. Under the cell highlight, you have a greater than. Select the greater than. Once you have selected the greater than, you get a some dialog box. From the dialog box, it's asking, it has been selected average number. Greater than, it's my condition, it's in 70. The student whoever got the 70, it should be highlighted by the sum of the color. Which color have given over there? It should be highlighted by the green color. Here you have light yellow, we have a some green, there is a light red, we have red text, we have red border, we have. I don't want this. I want to fill even though more effectively. For that, you can go by the custom format. Okay. Once you have clicked on custom format, one more dialog box you can find. In this dialog box, you can change your what you want at the in a condition. Okay. So I want to give a underline. The student who got a more than 70, I need to be double underline. The font color should be on green, right? Fill right green fill should be there. So I'll just use a blue font color. I'll go by the border. I'll apply the all the border. Sorry. I'll apply the all the borders. Okay. And I'll go by the fill. And the fill, I want to fill a green color. Select the green color. Click on OK. Can you see here? The font blue color, double underline, and it has been given the border, and click on OK, blue fill. This is my condition and this is my formatting. So see, is there any one marks which is in lesser than 70 which has been highlighted by the green color? No one is there, or no number is there. So this is in condition formatting. You are going to be having some condition and you're going to be formatting according to your data. Okay, so select the data, go with the condition formatting, go by the highlight row. Under the highlight, we have completed the greater than. Next, we have a lesser than. Select the lesser than. Here my condition lesser than 70. The student who will get a 35, it should be selected red. So here it has been selected the average 61. I change by the 35. Lesser than 35, whoever student got, it should be filled up by the red fill. So I'll go by the custom format. I'll go by the fill. Under the fill, I'll select the and red fill. But I can change a border. I can change a border color also. I just highlight by the yellow border. I'll give all the border. I'll go by the font. I'll change the font as an which is in red, right? A blue font, a white font I'll give. Okay, click on OK. Okay, click on OK. Double times you need to be give OK. Can you see? It's an yellow border and font is in white color, red fill. You can change your formatting. Okay, so then condition formatting under the highlight rules we have a between. Okay, now my condition between 35 to 70 it should be filled by the yellow. Okay, so here the least number is in 35. So till where it should be 70. Okay, till 70 it should be highlighted by the yellow fill. Go with the custom format, click on a fill. Under the fill you have a custom format. So select the yellow fill. I'll select the light color yellow. Otherwise I'll get some with the more color. I'll select the light yellow. Yes, click on OK. Click on OK. Okay, so now you can see. So for this I didn't give on a border, it's the border is not highlighted. So this condition formatting greater than will be applicable only for the numeric value. You can't be applied for the any text value or alpha value. So if you want to apply for text value or any alpha value, so you have a text that contain the duplicate value. We have other sub commands, we can use it. So I think you hope I have understand, you have understand is an greater than, lesser than, between, equals. Okay, equals I need to be explained. Greater than, lesser than, between. Okay, equals. So you can see here some of the commands which has an unique value. Sorry, that is a duplicate value. Unique is a single, duplicates is a two value. See here we have a 99. 99 have a two value. Select the overall data. You need to be selected your data. Go with the condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, you have a equals to. Select the equals to. Give a number with the same name number, 99. I just wanted to be highlighted by the red fill, dark red. Click on OK. Yes, we have find it 99. So sorry, 399 we have. Okay, it's a unique value. You can be inserted. Okay, the double value that is a 99 we have. You can be inserted. Yes, 244 also there. You can be changed. You can use. Where is an 244? I find it a one more 44. Yes, 344 is there. We can apply for that also. You can give by the different kind of formatting. You can select your data, go with the format. You can go by the highlighting. You can go by the equals to. It is an equals to 44. Okay, but I want to highlight by the different color. I'll go by the format. I'll highlight by the fill by the black, but text should be a different, right? I'll go by the font. Text should be a, and some of the other colors are light color and white. Click on OK. Yes. So 44 I have a 3 times. So this is an and double value you can be mentioned using of this condition formatting. That I think you have understood. It is an greater than, lesser than, between, equals to, text that can be contained. Okay. Okay. Next, we have a text that contain a data that occur and duplicate value. We'll see this today, and we'll do the top bottom rules on the next class. Okay. So first of all, text that contain. So for the text that contain, the name only it's saying you need to select the text, not a number. Okay. So let me go with the selecting the now names. I'll select the name of the students. I'll go by the condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, a text that contains. So Divya, see, you can select the Divya. If you want to highlight the Divya, you can highlight the Divya. Rather than Divya, I need to highlight the Vamshi. Okay, so I can use the Vamshi. See, if I type the Vamshi, Vamshi will be highlighted. Or if I want to highlight only the P series, okay. If I want to highlight only the P series, if I type the P, Prajwal, Puneet, Pawan are started by the P, okay. That P series will be highlighted. Sorry, you can be highlight by using of, again you can go by the formatting. Under the formatting you can go by the either custom format. You can select it or you can give on OK. If you didn't go give a OK, if you cancel it, it won't be highlighted. You can see here. Okay, next let me go with the one more concept, that is in condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, we have a data that occur. Before the data occur, we'll go with the duplicate value. From the duplicate value, so whichever the name which has been repeated, that will be highlighted. Or if you click on a and unique, you can find out whoever have a single name. Okay, so Divya, Sonia, Vamshi, Monica has been repeated. Prajwal, Puneet, Pavan, Gehanna has been not repeated. Okay, you can find and you can go by the again by highlighting of it. Okay, this is an duplicate value. You can be highlighted or you can highlight it by the unique value. And one more, we have a data that occur. It's saying date. Okay. So if it's saying date, I need to be inserted date, right? So I'll have a sum of the date over here. I'll just use a control colon. I have inserted a today date. Just give a enter. I'll select it. I'll hold a fill holder. I'll take to the upwards towards, and also I'll add a some of the down towards. So why I'm getting the slash? So for my the text, it's not having a space to assign your data. If it's slash is coming, you need to be double tap on your header row, header column. Okay. Once you have double tap, it will be filled. Okay. For text, if it's not having a space to fill, it will show by the slash. Okay. If it's showing slash, you need to be double tap on it. Okay. Select the date. Okay, I'll just sync the date screen. I'll just select the date. Now, from the date, under the condition format, imagine some sales of this month. So I need to be highlight this week sales. I can be go by the highlights. Under the highlight, a data that occur. Click on the data that occur. Yesterday, which is unhighlighted, not highlighted. I'll go by the next. Okay, now just a second. Yes, I selected the few dates only. You go by the condition formatting, highlight the cells. Under the highlight the cells are data that occur. So yesterday has been highlighted. I want to highlight it today. Isn't date is correct? Today is in February 8th, 2021. Okay. Or in case of I want to highlight this week's sales, so I can select the this week. Once I have selected the this week, I can find the this week's sales. Or if you want to find out this month's sales, I want to highlight the this month. Okay, if this week is not this month. Okay, this month I can find out this month sales. Or if you want to find out a last month, you can find out last month sales. There's a three. So like this, you can highlight the data by using of condition formatting. Okay, so in a condition formatting, we have completed greater than, lesser than, between, equals to, text that occur, and that text that contain a data that occur duplicate value. For greater than to equal to, it should be have a sum of the set of marks or any numbers, and text that contain should be have an alpha or names or any brands or data that occur, it should be have a and date format, and the duplicate value, it will be applicable on the text only. Okay, so you should use a and different kind of data to do this condition formatting. You can't do the same set of data. You can't be use the same formulas. Okay, now I have been highlighted. If I want to clear this, you will be have highlighted, but I don't want to highlight this, I want to clear this. How I can clear? You can select your data, you can go by the clear. Don't click on a clear all formatting. If you click on clear all the data will be erased. Again, you need to sit and you need to type it. Okay, so I'll just explain it once again. Select the data and click on a clear formatting. Okay, sorry, clear formatting. Yes, to clear content will be clear, format will be the format will be remain it same. Okay, so these are the concepts you have to do today. That is on clipboard, font, alignment, number. Under the condition formatting, highlight cells users do today. And remaining concept, that is on top bottom rules, data bar, and color scale, icon set. These all things are done by the next class. Okay, but I have to be give your assignments. If I want to give assignment here, I have created some of the assignments. A notes is the same thing which has been sent at last class. You follow the same thing. This is your assignment. That is an assignment one. In the second assignment, I have given some of the set of assignment one, assignment two, assignment three. Three assignments have given. Just follow this. Okay. In a first assignment, you need to create a new workbook. You need to create on the lab assignment one, and it has to be saved on your name on your document. And assignment two, you need to be create a same on the same workbook which has been created as a lab assignment one. You have to be give a password. I gonna step, go to menu, info, protect workbook, encrypt with the password, give a password and save it. The third thing, ma'am, we did last week assignment. Okay. Uh, so next we have a assignment three, that we need to be create this data, design the Anand Sagar College, the design heading you need to present, serial number, some of the student marks, class one, and marks I have given, you just need to mention over there. And is then third, which has been changed, that is an item. Okay. Then we have a steps one. You have to be select the A1 to D1 cell. Okay. Whichever I have explained, you won't be get that. I'll just show you by one. Okay. I'll just type this data on the Excel sheet. So you need to open a new workbook. You need to be saved on a document in your name. Okay. And you need to go be save this by the protecting. You need to go by the file. You need to go by the info. You need to go by the protect sheet and to protect by the structure. Okay, that is an encrypt with the password. You need to be protected by the password. Okay, after that you'll find a new workbook. In the new sheet you need to be type that data whichever I given. Okay, I'll change the font style, caliber light only I'll give. Okay, I'll just start it to write. That is an Dayanand Sagar College. So you can see here, whichever format I have given, you need to follow the same thing. Okay. Dayananda, right? Okay. Dayananda Sagar College. Mm, so 2020, 2021, same thing you need to be typed. Go with the second cell, it's showing serial number, write the serial number. Next, have given the name of the student, write the name of the student, have given us class, you find the class or sections, or you go with the next, type the marks. Okay. Next, you need to write the serial number. I have given the serial number, that is an DES, is nothing but Dayanand Sagar 1, that is in Dayanand Sagar 2. I just filled it. You need to fill the same thing. Cursor the next in a name box, you just write the name. Just write the name. Some of the few names. Drag and drop. Class, I just explained over there. First BCom, second BCom, you just write that. I'll just write a BCom only. BCom. BCom 1, 2, 3, same thing. I'll just select it and I'll drag down, drag and drop. Okay, just change it. And we have a marks. I'll just randomly give us some few marks. You just change it. Whatever have you, you need to type the same thing. For the practical, I'll just showing you some of the random text. So now we have created the data. In this data, you need to be going to be change. Okay, what you want to change? First, you have to select the A1 to D1 cell, apply the following. First of all, what you have to do is to select the A1 to D1. That's why you can see over here A1 to D1. So you can see that above A1 to D1 have selected. Instead of if you didn't get cursor over in above, click on in the name box, you just type A1 is to D1. Just click on enter. Automatically it will only select. Okay. Instead of if you didn't get how to select this one, cursor in the name box. Okay. In a name box, you type it A1 is to D1. Okay. Click on enter. Automatically it will select. Okay. So select the A1 to D1. Go to home tab, alignment, merging center. Okay. So I'm in home tab only. Under the home tab, it has been explained. Go with the alignment. In alignment, click on merging center. Automatically it has been finished. Okay. What you have done the merging center, give a Algerian font, 15 font size. Okay. Let me give Algerian font give a font size as in 15. 15 is not mentioned. Don't worry if you didn't mention. You just type on the above only in a font size. Click on type of 15. Click on enter. Automatically, which is will fill it. Okay. Next, we have a maintain a bold and yellow fill, blue font color. Okay. So yellow fill, I'll go by the fill. Under the fill, yellow fill, I'll select a light yellow. Or yes, I just select a light yellow, and font should be a blue. Okay. And also I have explained that you need to bold it. Okay. Select the bold like this. You need to be followed. So in that assignment 3, steps 1 has been completed. Go with the step 2. Step 2 is select the A2 to D2. Where is an A2? Here. Oh, sorry. A A2 to D2. Yes. Select A2 to D2, or instead of, if you didn't get, there is an one more method I just told you. A2 is to, it is an colon D2. Type of D2. Click on enter. So I have selected the A2 to D2. This A2 to D2 has to be highlighted by italic Times New Roman font green fill. Okay. I'll click on italic, or you can use a control I also shortcut key instead of going and clicking. And it should be filled by what? Times New Roman, Times New Roman font should be there. I'll type here only Times New Roman. Click on enter, and also it should be green fill, red text. I'll go by the fill, green fill, red text should be there. Yes, has been completed. Yes, and text down orientation. This is an orientation. This is an orientation. Under the orientation, text down orientation. Here you have. Yeah, rotate, text down. Click on text down orientation. Finished. The step 3 is also finished. Step 4. Uh, Select the data and use a face special. Okay. So select. Step 3. Select A3 to A4. Drag till end of the data. Okay. Select A3 to A3 to A4. Select drag down or fill holder, drag till end of your data. Okay, which has been dragged. So serial number has been filled. So next we have a fifth step, that is an select all, copy. Go with the new sheet. If you want to go with the new sheet, you need to click on Shift F11. Under the Shift F11, you have to use a paste specials. Okay, paste as in keep source or formatting with formula, transpose, no border, like this we need to paste it. So first of all, I'll select the data. I'll copy it. Okay, I'll go by the pasting. In the next two only you can paste it. I'll cursor over here. I'll go by the paste special. Or you it's I have just explained you that add with the new sheet. If you want to add a new sheet, you need to click on Shift F11. So you need to go by the fill, paste like in formula, keep source as formatting. Okay, so without border, without paste as an picture. So like this, you need to be paste as in transpose. If you didn't get what is in transpose, you just hold the cursor on the particular icon. It will only explain it. Okay, it's in the what is the name of the particular icon. It is in formula, formula numbering, and keep source as in column width. So same you need to be pasted. Okay, that has been given in a assignment. Okay, see, keep source has been formatting, formula, transpose, no border, like this you need to be done your assignment. Okay, I think you have understood. I'll just send this assignment to your mail. Notes, you just follow the previous one what I have given only. Okay, next we used to go over for the one more that you have asked the doubt, or someone asked the doubt about. Again, do the and range protection. Okay, I'll do the range protection, and it's time to ask a doubt. Whoever have a doubt, can you please chat by the chat box? whoever has been did the assignment can be chat by the chat, or whoever got the doubt can be add by the chat box. Whatever today's session have did, that is clipboard, page special, font, alignment, number, condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, I have did only the one thing, highlight the cells rules. Under the whoever got the doubt, you can ask with me, or raise by hand, you can ask the question. I just call their names and you can ask your questions. Okay, okay. I'll explain you. Ma'am, only the rain protection with the passcode is have doubt. Okay. I'll explain you that. Give me a minute. Other if they have any other doubt, I'll just follow the same thing also. Okay, I'll do the and range protection one more time. Okay, I'll do the range protection. I'll just add a name of numbers. Just choose a formula. Okay. So this nobody has to be changed. They can change outside whatever they want. So defaultly my Excel will be protected. So if you want to unprotect it, you need to go by the selecting all the cells by header. You need to click on right click, or you can use the control F1. Under that you can find a format cell. Under the format cell you can go by the protection and you need to be unlocked it. Okay, under the protection you need to unlock it first time. Okay, click on OK. So select the range which should be a protected. Okay, under that you need to go by the right click on it, format as cell, click on locker. First you need to select the all the cell and you need to click on under the protection, you need to unlock it and select the range which should be protected and go with the format, click on a locker, click on OK. Okay, this is the second thing. The third thing, you need to right click on a sheet tab, you need to be click on protect sheet, give a password, re-enter the password. Okay, now see at the outside it will allow, at the inside it won't be allow. Just try it, Aminuddin. Again, if you got the doubt, you can ask it. Otherwise, I'll send this video today. You can follow this. But someday, some data you do the same. Okay. I think you have clear. Who will have a doubt? You can ask with me. Yeah, thank you. Whoever have a doubt, you can ask with me by the chat box. Whoever have a gotten a forms doubt, you can use you can ask it. Isn't form is very beautiful concept which will be used in regular in all the office basis. It's a very beautiful concept. You can use this. Okay, I think no one has a doubt, so I'll continue with the condition formatting only. Next, I'll do the top bottom rules. This one concept I'll do today. Okay. So in a condition formatting, we have a top 10, bottom 10, top 10 percentage, bottom 10, and average we have. So I'll just explain you. Give me a 10 minutes. So I want to total the marks. If you want to total the marks, we used to have a equals to, as used to have a, and every data I need to be selected, I need to be added. Instead of adding like this, you can use an and shortcut key is an auto sum. Is an alt equals to, automatically it will total your data. Okay, so is a shortcut key alt equals to. Okay, once I have selected the alt equals to, it will automatically totals here right towards data. Okay, select the data which has been given and formula, drag and drop till end. So this is your total marks. Okay. From this total marks, I want to be highlighted who got the top 10, who got the bottom 10. Okay. I'll just go by the dialogue, I'll go by the condition formatting. Under the condition formatting, you have an top bottom rules. Top 10 I want to find. So these are the top 10 students. So if you want to change the top 10, so you want to find out top 5. For the top 5, just scroll down the right towards. Okay, just a second. Just go with the condition formatting. Highlights top bottom rules, top 10. Now, I want to find whoever got a top 5. Who are top 5? Divya, Vamshi, and Prajwal. Again, Divya. These are the students who got the top 10. And you can be formatted according to your condition. Okay, you can be formatted. This is the top 10 item. If you want to find whoever got the least number, you can go by the top bottom rules. Under that, you can go by the bottom 10. So it's in percentage I have selected. Bottom 10, select the bottom 10 and select who's in bottom 5 or bottom 3 I want to highlight. So Puneet, Gehanna and some other who got a bottom 5 means who got a least marks. Okay, that you can be finded over here. There is a condition formatting top and bottom. You can find here top 10 percentage, bottom 10 percentage. Okay, so top 10 percentage if you have, you can go by the top 10 percentage, or if you have a bottom 10 you can ask with the bottom. It's in percentage only, you can select it. Right now I have used the same thing for the value I have selected. If it's a percentage is there, you can use by the percentage. Next we have a above average and the below average. Okay, I'll go by the above average. So student whoever got the above average, it will be highlighted. You can change by the highlighting colors. The student whoever got an below average, you can find it. I'll given a clear of a formatting. I'll just go by the bottom rules. Below average. From the below average, the student got whoever, I can be highlighted by according to my condition or according to my formatting. Okay. This is a condition formatting. Instead of if you don't want to highlight the at the time the 10 students, you can change by it. See for example, I want to use my own condition. You can go by the top bottom rules. You can find a more rules. Click on the more rules. Under the more rules, you will find the top bottom ranking value. You can see a top 10 members are there. So instantly, if I went with the top bottom rules, I should get only the three. Whoever got the bottom top three, that should be highlighted. So just select the type of three. Click on OK, and now leave a condition formatting top bottom. Top 10 should, okay, top 10 again it has been assigned. Sorry, one second. Condition formatting, top bottom rules, more rules. I just highlight this by the only the three students. I just go by the three format by the fill of orange or blue. Click on OK. See, only the top three will be highlighted. You can change your rules by using of more rules. You can go by the condition formatting. You can go by the top bottom rules. You can highlight by the more rules. Okay. Next we have a color scaling. Okay. You can select the name of the student. You can go by the condition formatting. You have a color scale. You can find a different scale. Listen, by the column bar, you can be find it. So you can see here, whoever got the least marks, which is a small bar, we can find it. Whoever got the highest marks, which has been highlighted by the and very large bar. Okay. Okay. Then we have a color scale, same as it is, which will be highlighted by the different color. It is and who got the least marks, which will be highlighted by the and light color. Whoever got the highest marks, which will be highlighted by the dark color. That it can be changed by the color scale. And you have icon changes. Icon changes can be done in a NUS class. It's a very huge concept. I'll do by the next class. Okay. So, anyone have a doubts? Lastly, I'm asking whoever have a doubt, you can chat by the chat box. And where you have to send this assignment, you have to be sent assignment. You have to be sent assignment to the WhatsApp number or which has been created the group you have to send, or you have to take this Gmail ID. You can send to this Gmail ID the marks. Okay, so UTR Divya S at the rate of NICT computer education.com. This is my ID. You can send this your assignments to this, okay? And just find which is in first or fifth cell, okay? So I'm handling the both the classes. I'll get a confusion. Just I'm requesting you to send your assignment by the first year or second year, okay? Write your give your file name as your name, okay? So I'll send this assignment through WhatsApp today and follow the same notes. I'm just requesting you to make a note of this UTR DBIS at the nictcomputereducation.com. Need to be forward your assignments to this mail ID. Okay. So last class I didn't find the assignment. So only the three member has been sent. Only the Asha, Kruti, Yash, and Sayyid Aminuddin. Only this the four member has been sent the assignment. I am requesting all you have to be participate. You need to practice it and you need to forward your data to this particular mail ID. Okay. So this is an UTR DBIS at the nsct.education.com. You need to mail your note assignments to this mail ID. Okay, just make a note of this. Whoever have a doubt, you can ask with me. I'll be wait for again 5 minutes.